So another one, we're gonna do another clap, okay, to start the podcast.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this podcast interview. I am here with a postgraduate IB student. Hello, hello. So,
Hi. Hi, Timmy, and hello to everyone listening. It's a pleasure to be here today.
just in case anyone is not familiar with you, can you give a brief introduction to who you are and what the school might know you for?
Oh, yeah, certainly. My Vietnamese name is Long Thuận, and at school, most people know me by the name Leo, and I'm a recent graduate of the IB diploma program. And I'm currently a student studying finance in the US. Yeah, that's for my background.
So it seems that you graduated from 2023 and have studied abroad since then. Is that right?
Yeah, I graduated during summer 2023 and been starting studying abroad in the US since August 2023.
Nice, nice. So I want to start on the reasons on why you plan on studying in the IB program. What made you to pursue this 2 year course program?
Uh, oh, so initially, I have like a plan to study abroad from like a long time ago already. So it makes sense for you to choose like an international high school program to pursue. And there's not much to choose from. I mean, we have like the AP program. Also, I don't remember the exact name, but the the Australian high school program, and then you have
Right,
the IB.
right,
And at the time, I wasn't sure where I was going, and the IB program is like recognized like worldwide. So I guess I will like go with the safe choice so that I can like go to whichever country that I might decide later on. You know,
wow, that's very interesting.
that's my
Um,
choice.
so then, what were your initial thoughts and expectations when going into this IP program? And how did they compare to your actual experiences with the
Um,
program in the school?
I mean, like to be honest, I didn't expect much, and I didn't like think much when I go and pursue the IB program because it was mostly my parents that did like the registration and stuff, and also I was doing pretty good in school prior to the IB program,
Right.
so I expected to be like just like a breeze, you know. I'll pull through it pretty easily, but that was not the case. It was more demanding than I anticipated, but also it's feel really rewarding. Like it's worth it for the effort that you pay for.
So it did
Yeah.
it exceed your expectation of how it was going to go like?
Um. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like difficulty, it did. It was more difficult than I expected, but also it kind of like prepare you well for like college, for the continuous workload, like for the consistency that you have to work on every day,
Right.
kind of in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I want to talk about a little less a bit of the IB related stuff. The IB, uh, it a lot of people recognize it for like the massive workload and the self-studying aspect, and essentially time management
Yeah.
is needed. And can you on your
Yeah.
mind like what would you say is good time management and bad time management?
Oh, so I mean, in terms of time management, I would say that just don't delay work until they become like overload. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's time management. Obviously, like it's different for different people because obviously different people have different like working capacity. So of course their balance schedule would be different. It's just that you just need to find a balance where like the work doesn't become overload to a point where it's feel like impossible to just finish everything on time.
Right. Right. So, I mean,
Yeah.
do you have your own time management to do your,
Oh,
you know?
my own time management. Um, yeah, usually, I mean, I don't actually like want to like my focus it's not like very good
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. So basically, for every project or like school related task that I'm giving to, I think I would like to start it as soon as possible, so that
Right.
even though like my focus is not good, but like I started at a like sooner time, so that I got more time to work with, and also like if I just like do a little bit of work every day, then it's counts toward the end, and like
Right.
closer to the deadline you will have like some sort of pressure because as it gets closer to the deadline, and I'm somewhat of like a procrastinator myself. So I mean, I work better under deadline, but like doing it every day kind of like reduce the workload to a reasonable amount that I can handle it like prior to the deadline. That's
Right.
like how I handle my time most of the time.
I'm pretty sure that's a
Yeah.
very good way to manage deadlines and have your own time. Yeah. Um,
I think it's depends for people. I mean, for me it works, but it's like not certain that it will work for other people. Especially I work like well under pressure, so like I can like kind of delay it a bit until closer to the deadline. But some people doesn't have that like capacity, you know. They don't work that well under pressure. They like to like
right.
be relaxed with their time. So I mean, if they you don't work well under pressure, then obviously you should like divide the workload in a more like balanced schedule, not like to get everything to be get done in the end. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I think most of the students who are studying the IB right now, they're I'm pretty sure they're kind of curious of like what were some of the challenges and difficult hold on. What were the challenges and the difficult aspects of the IB, and how did you manage to overcome them? So like the challenges that you personally see them as, you know, and how did you
Um.
you know manage your way through to overcome them?
One major problem with the IBDP is was balancing the demand of the coursework with the extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, if for the IB, in order for you to like get an IB diploma, besides like taking the very final test at the end of the 2 year, the two IB year, you also have like your TK essay and then your extended essay and your like CAS extracurricular activity.
Mm-hmm.
And beside also when you're like taking the IB, so like 90% I would say. Like I'm not sure if the like percentage, but I would say the majority of students want to study abroad. So obviously they will have to like do extracurricular activities outside of school as well, so that like it makes their study abroad profile looks better in the eye of university. And one challenge is that you have to balance that. And I overcome this by creating like a detailed schedule of like 2 years before I actually like go to the IB. So what I did was I tried to like finish all of the extracurricular like before year two. No, because that's like because the year one it's like for all of the extracurricular activity, and on year two you
Right.
like try to study harder academically so that like you can ace a test. You know, yeah.
That's a very
That's what I
interesting
did.
way. That's a pretty nice solution to overcome things that you find
Yeah.
difficult. And now that you finished the IB program, in which it has gave you a lot of materials and learning, and can you tell us how you think that the IBDP program has prepared you for like your future jobs or any other further interests?
Oh, I mean, currently I don't have like a job right now, so like I cannot like exactly speak on that matter, like how would the
Right.
IB help, but I can speak on like how the IB helped me with my university studies. One thing is that university is different from high school. Is that in high school, like you may be rewarded for like putting effort, but in university you will not be rewarded until you put in a lot of effort. And for the IB, in order to like do well, you have to be consistent with your effort, and that's one skill that helped me in university, because in university the workload is like very like moderate, but one thing is that you should not let everything clumps up, because uh the professor, like
Right.
they're like obviously like thousands of students, and they don't really care much about you. Like once a deadline is passed, it's very difficult to like get back your grades. So
Right.
yeah, like if you ever like miss an assignment or anything, it's like very hard to get back your grades. So like the IB
Yeah.
gave me like very consistency work ethic.
Right.
Yeah, but also one more thing is that the IB really emphasis on like, when we write research essays, like big
Right.
essays, they
Yep.
put a lot of emphasis on citations.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's like a really important skill when you go to college as well. That's like something, not something that you would get from like the ordinary high school program. So yeah, that's one thing that's also very important.
Right. I'm glad that the IB is really useful in contributing to your knowledge in future.
Hmm. Yeah, I
But
mean,
do you think you gain any knowledge and skills from the IB, and will those skill sets contribute to what you want to do in the future?
um, I think I will pursue an occupation in finance, and finance is, as you know, it's not a STEM major. So you like, in order to like land a good job, you have to. It's come down to like, because in finance everyone like get teach the same stuff. So if you want to stand out, probably you will need a lot of critical thinking. Uh, yeah, and the IB
Right.
reward you for like thinking differently, thinking out the box. So I would say that like the IB gave you early, maybe an early introduction to like thinking critically. Like they encourage you to do that. So probably that's one of the skills.
Right. Um, this one is a bit personal, but can you share any like memorable experiences or projects or any researches that you did from your time in the IB? Any like memories
Oh,
during the IB program?
let me remember. Think that for my one of the subject uh, I think it was my biology internal assessment that what I did was I tried to test out how certain plants have like certain um, filtering effects on like dirty water. So like how certain
Right.
plants have like clean the water better, you know, like they absorb of the like whatever harmful substance it's in the water, and that's one IA that I am particularly interested in because I really like fish, you know, like I keep like a decent amount of fish. So those plants, I just discovered that like some of those plants can act as an like biological filter
Oh,
instead
right.
of your ordinary like filter to keep the water clean. So yeah, that was one thing that I was very interested in when I work on.
Right. That's pretty cool. I think that's a very interesting internal assessment. Do you know the CAS? What of the core subject CAS?
Yeah, I do.
We've had to do a lot of experiences that to do something that we've never experienced before, and were there any specific skills or qualities that you develop throughout that CAS core subject, and it has been like really
Yeah.
beneficial to your personal life or in your academics?
Oh, um, I mean, I remember one thing with that for CAS. Don't particularly remember which it was C or A or S, but it was related to like going to orphanage and nursing home to volunteer, and that was and like when you do like voluntary work, one thing you have to do is like you have to like kind of like talk to people, you know, you have to like socialize with like complete like strangers, because on one hand you'll need to like talk to the people like your teammate, like the people who are like volunteering with you, which are like already strangers, but on the other hand you're also talking with like the kids in the orphanage or the old people in the nursing home,
Mm-hmm.
and it is quite like an important skill in life is that you know how to like start a conversation with like strangers, and also like overcome your like social anxiety to just talk to people basically like I mean, I'm not that shy, but I'm also not that like outgoing when it comes to like complete stranger, you know. But in that
Right.
kind of situation, you just gotta like force yourself. And I cannot speak for other people, but for me, I just gotta like overcome it like the first time, and for the second time and onwards, it was pretty much natural. So yeah, it's definitely enhanced my communication skills.
Right. That at least it was beneficial to you. That's really nice.
Yeah,
Um, so you do know that the IPDP program is worldwide, right? It's a worldwide program that
yeah.
is located in many countries. And how do you think that program, contributes to fostering the global mindedness and like the cultural understanding in many countries across countries around the world?
Oh, I would say that. Let me think about it for a minute.
All right.
Mm,
It could be the subjects, like the core subjects, you know, or
okay. I like for our school, we don't like offer that much variety in terms of subject. But one thing, but I have like a couple of friends from other school, and they do offer art subjects, and I think art subject is where like diversity is the most emphasis. Is in art, you know that like different country, and also they have like different type of arts, right?
mm-hmm.
And probably I once like go to one of the art exhibition, like the students there, and like And also, one thing that's also play more important role is that because the IBDP is like recognized globally, right? So it's opened up the chance for like international student who are like living in Vietnam to also take the same course. And like
Right.
I think they go to like a bunch of a bunch of them go to the same school with my friends. So that's helped them to like socialize with in international kids, and that's and in arts like a lot of them do art. So like each of them like people who are from different backgrounds, like they will like prefer different art. So when I go there, like I see a like variety type of arts. So that's how they contribute to diversity. I would say.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
sure. I'm not that sure though.
that's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. At the beginning, you did mention a few other programs like the WACE and other programs like the American Diploma
Yeah.
Program. Can you describe like the structure of the curriculum of the IB, and then how does it differ from other international programs?
Oh, yeah, totally. I would say that how they're structured, probably for the IB program, uh, I say that they are structured pretty similar to the AB program. For what I know, expect for like a certain course, I believe. I believe that in IB we have like just math. We have like four kind of math, but we don't like specify on any topic for the AP program, like the American program. I think they do like for math they have like AP calculus, and then they have like they divide it into specific instance. And so I would say that most of the IB course it's like wider in terms of the knowledge that you have to study. So when you go to college and like you do well in your IB subject, um it's I think it's worth more credit, you know? Yeah, like the same sub like for AP calculus, I think
Yeah.
you got to skip like only your calculus class, but for IB math high level, if you like I think if you do well and you can skip like quite a bit of math credit in college. I don't know much about like the differences. I just know that yeah, the IB is like harder, but also they're worth more credit in college. That's all I know.
Well, in regards to those other programs, would you highly, no, would you suggest like a student who is, planning to study abroad, the IB program? Like, would you suggest them
Um,
to pursue the IB program?
no, that's like definitely a very like sensitive question. But like okay, but like I'll speak my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you, I think that for most student, right? For most Vietnamese student, they're either like going to study in America or Australia. That's like where most of my friend does. And in America, the AP credit is like more widely recognized. So I think if you like plan to study abroad, then probably the AP courses it's better. Unless you're like going to study in Europe,
Right.
European country, but also even if you go to a European country, you know, I still think that the AP credit is worth more, like from what I know. And yeah, and also I think uh, some of my friends from other school who like did the AP, they said the AP credit was easier than the IB program, like the AP program. So I guess like why don't just like go for like the easier one, you know, like I mean, if you want challenges, maybe go for the IB program.
Right, right.
But for me though, like to achieve like the same goal, then I would prefer like the easier program. It's just that the AP program is more widely recognized. So I think if you like
True.
want to study abroad, maybe go for the AP program. But if you like don't want to work that hard, like but if like you want to like take a challenge and maybe do the IB. The reason I didn't like choose the AP program instead of the IB, it was because of my ignorance mostly.
Oh,
I didn't do my research until it was after year one, and after year one, that was like it was already done. What's been done already done, and you cannot like go back and take the AP anymore. So I just stick with it.
that's
Yeah, that's
yeah.
my opinion. That's like a bit sensitive though.
It's
It's
okay.
just
It's
though I just want to give an honest opinion. You know.
no, it's judgment free in here, so it's okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Free
so
speech.
yeah.
We practice free speech.
So when we enroll in the IP program, we were given a choice to
Yeah,
pick like the subjects, right? And which one to make them
yeah.
on a standard level or higher level. And how did you navigate through the subject choices of your own and select your your higher level and standard level courses?
Oh, that's also one thing that I didn't did much research at the beginning. I should have done. There's one thing is that on one side you should choose like the higher level subject based on like what you do well. Like some people do well in language, some people do well in like chemistry, biology, or whatever, and some people do well in math. So like you should choose based on what you do well. But on the other hand, as well, like some subject, they don't give you like credit. You know, like college credit. For
Right.
example, like for what I choose Vietnamese, and it Vietnamese high level, which obviously didn't give me college credit, and I chose English high level as well, which also doesn't give you college credit. I believe that most courses that give you college credit are STEM course like biology, chemistry, math, and physics high level. Basically, yes, STEM high level subject. And I mean, I do better in like language subject like English and Vietnamese and
Right.
writing related stuff. Maybe like microecon and business, but yeah, so that's why I choose those as high level subject in the first place. But if I was given the choice again, probably I would do math high level, biology high level, and chemistry high level because it's just
Right.
that it's give you credit in college, you know, so it's better in the long run. So
Right.
it just depends, like if you doesn't mind like studying like taking the course again in college, then probably just go for whatever you feel it's the easiest for you. Since if you go for something that you're good at, it's also increase the chance of you like getting a higher final score, you know. But
That is
like
true.
if you wanna like don't want just wanna get some college credit, then probably just choose whatever STEM subject that you like.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's how I think we like students should do it to approach it.
Um, oh wow, we are near our time limit. Um, One last
Ah,
question
okay.
before we end this podcast and wrap it up. What advice would you give to us and the students who are considering, pursuing the IP program and currently enrolled in it?
Oh, advice.
Yeah, or
I
any
think
tips?
ul- ultimately, my approach to like taking the course is that you know, like I mean, experience is one part, but also like the score, right? It's also like a big part, and if I was to like, if you can like get a high score in all subject, then I would say go for it. If you cannot, I would say put more emphasis on your higher level subject because that's what matters. Like from what I know, college they would like they look at your higher level subjects a lot more than your normal level subject. So maybe you can like sacrifice some like normal level subject grades for the higher level one. Yeah, and also to get
Yeah.
like don't put the work like don't let the work clumps up. Manage
Mm-hmm.
your time well, and we're good. Honestly, I would say that even like IB, it's actually harder than first year of college. So yeah, I mean, you just pull through it, and then you go to college, and then probably you will live a better life. You'll study less. You'll have more time, free time. Just
Yeah.
like pull through your two high school year,
Right.
and you're good.
Yeah, I love that advice. 2 years comes by really fast, to be honest. Um,
Yeah,
true.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining this podcast and give
Oh yeah.
your time here. We thank you again. Um, any last words you would like to give to this podcast?
Yeah, just good luck on class of 2024, I guess.
All right.
Good luck for everyone graduating in 24.
All right.
You get it. You will make it. Everyone gonna make it in the end.
We hopefully. Thank you so much for
Yeah, all right.
participating in this podcast. We really appreciate you for being here and thank you. All right.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Yep.